First in the tank is a business seeking to make the most of after-school care.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Trevor Safransky. I am the founder and CEO of R1se, a game-changing innovation in education.
And I'm Heather Safransky, our company's CFO. We are seeking $300,000 for 10% of our company.
Sharks all across America today, our communities are filled with countless talented students capable of incredible things. But without the academic support and mentorship they really need, many are left feeling frustrated, inadequate, or sometimes unmotivated.
At the same time, countless overworked parents are left scrambling as work schedules and school schedules have never aligned.
Until now, introducing R1se, an exciting new way for students to reach their goals. Our interactive education facilities are open before school, after school, and in the summer. Our outstanding team of educators handles all academics so that parents don't have to. Wow. We take care of homework, test prep, projects, and leadership habits. Students want to attend R1se. Why? Because after they complete their homework and test prep, they are rewarded with unrivaled recreation. Because we believe students should
work hard, play hard.
Relaxing movie theaters where students can unwind after a long day at school. And then they can head down to our activity rooms that are filled with energy and competition. Students walk out of R1se begging to return. Together, we can shape the future and mentor
the leaders of tomorrow.
Woo. Great pitch.
And we are back with another Shark Tank reaction video. I am your host, Dave, 10+ year intellectual property attorney, dealing with everything from patents, copyrights, trade secrets, as well as trademarks. And I was looking, just got to do my due diligence beforehand. I think this couple is from the great state of Michigan, where I also reside. So we'll see if that comes up during the pitch. But it seems like, kind of in a nutshell, they have combined tutoring in like the part to one. And to one, that's kind of essentially in a nutshell what I got from that pitch. Let me know if you guys got something different, or if you guys experience it and maybe I'm kind of simplifying it too much. So after school care, nothing. Hey, anytime we can kind of make the kids not only kind of educate the kids, but also kind of get them out. I know these devices here, man. I grew up in the 90s, and I was just talking to my mom earlier, yesterday about this. How, man, we were outside, man. We came in, played some games and stuff like that, but we were outside to the street lights on, playing football and basketball and things of that sort. And this generation, they'll stay in all day on a computer, on the phones, on a tablet, so forth and so on. So kudos to Trevor as well as Heather for getting the kids to kind of interact, and it's kind of burn some calories. Always like that. So now the three things that I look for when I'm doing these pitches, plus the bonus one, is how simple is the product. It seems to be simple. How effective is the product? A lot of times with the effectiveness, you can ascertain that by way of the sales as well as the reviews. And a 300,000, 10%, that's a $3 million valuation. So again, that's pretty standard these days on Shark Tank. So we'll see if they have some sales to back that up, the valuation up. And then what's the market like? I know there are kind of different tutoring services, so to speak. And it's different services that allows kind of kids to do arts and crafts and things like that. Now, are they kind of combining them in this way where you have, in a way that R1se does it, as far as you have kind of the tutoring services as well as kind of being able to get out and get done with your work so that you can kind of play? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not sure. So we'll see if there's any other further differentiating factors that we can kind of call out, such that they can kind of continue to carve out their dominance in the particular in their market. And then last but not least, intellectual property, which is interesting. I did not see a website or the fact that they have any intellectual property, at least by way of a trademark, on R1se. So that's interesting. Heather, Trevor, to the extent that you're listening to this or kind of viewing this, make sure we are protecting intellectual property, whether it is trade secrets. I have a client who, she's dealing with some big dogs, and she has, trade secrets. She has patents that we help to file, and the third parties we're trying to use it without authorization, which we kind of had to go through this whole NDA and all that stuff. So make sure you are protecting any intellectual property you have. Make sure you are protecting your name, your logo by way of a trademark, but also any proprietary information, patents, trade secrets. Make sure you get that protected, because you want to build that moat, especially as you are looking to get investors. So those are my initial thoughts about this one. Audience, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, as well as hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. let's get back to it, man. See if this lovely couple gets a deal. Let's go.
You guys come from education?
I do. So
I can tell.
yeah, I was a teacher for 15 years. But what really bothered me is I wanted to reach more students than just the 30 I was given.
Yeah.
And so I saw this as a possible solution to really partner with schools and provide what kids need at the time when parents need it the most.
So do you have a bunch of facilities? Because it does look fantastic.
Thank you.
We currently have 2 facilities in Freeland, Michigan and Midland, Michigan.
Let's
We have,
go.
about 10,000 square feet.
Is yours a
And-
template? You just do another 10,000 in another city. It looks exactly the same.
Yep.
I spent my whole life in education, and I can tell you have something here. The rewarding with the play at the genius.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
it's just genius.
I mean, education was one of the things that helped me get out of my environment, but there were no resources to help get beyond the circumstances. Now, fast forward my son, and I have to reward him with Dave and Buster's on a Saturday to go to Kumon 5 days a week. What you're saying is you get both in the same place. I can
And-
see the draw.
And for less than you pay there. at
Talk
Kumon.
to me about price. I have to hear about the price.
So we want to be a place that all families can afford. We don't want to be an elitist type organization. And so our pricing is roughly around $15 an hour. And so our
Wow,
business
that's
model.
so reasonable.
Yes,
It's cheaper than a
definitely cheap.
babysitter.
Yeah,
Right.
we want parents to be able to pay $15 an hour. Kids come for 2 hours. First hour is academic, second hour is the reward, and they're still paying less, far less than they'd pay for 1 hour of tutoring
I'm a
elsewhere.
little concerned about your pricing because you're only getting $30 a student for 2 hours. How many students are in that 2-hour cycle?
So we service about 120 students a day with our before and after school program.
So 120 times 30, is that how I should look at it?
Yep.
How much money are you making per facility?
Each facility is going to do about 600 gross, and our net on those, we're now at 21%.
Can we expect each facility launch to generate $500,000 in revenue per year?
Absolutely.
You got 10,000 square feet, only bringing in 500,000. The pricing's wrong. It's got to be double. It's got to be $30. The value
Tell
you're
the
creating,
parents.
if you think about the hierarchy of where parents would spend their money, I mean, there's nothing more important than this.
We looked at that potential model of charging more, but in doing so, if I'm a family of 2 or 3 kids and I want them to go 4 or 5 days a week,
Just get a
and I look at
discount.
that and I go, there's
You
no
can
way.
always offer a discount for
Facts.
families. Your utility costs alone and cleaning costs and maintenance and insurance.
What does it cost you to build one facility?
With nowadays prices, I would say $2 million is probably a safe estimate.
Ooh.
That would
Wow,
be
that's
on
a lot.
average.
We don't want to own the facilities.
You're leasing.
You're
Yeah,
leasing
Lisa,
them.
I know.
Yes.
I kind of get the vibe that you're on a mission. So are you on a profit mission or an education mission or what is it?
It's obvious that education is very important to you. Do you have any success stories you can share with us?
So my favorite success story is actually the first boy that ever walked through our doors. They came in and the mother said, his father passed away. He used to do his homework with his father. So when the father passed away, he didn't want anything to do with homework. His first year, he got all A's and B's. He won the turnaround award for Saginaw County.
Wow.
He was a freshman at Michigan State last year. And I could literally sit down with you
Wow.
all evening and give you stories like that. So yes, we want to make profit. The only way for us to make a difference in kids' lives is to make profit and take those profits to do good in the world. But for us, that's where our passion is. It's something that we can all get behind, especially in a world where we disagree about everything.
Trevor,
I
you
really
really
get
you
behind
haven't quite
education.
answered the question because I am the education guy. I'm Rita Rabbit. I'm Carmen Sandiego. I'm Oregon Trail. This is going to work, but you're going to have to raise prices because the people that are paying you now per hour are building the future of R1se. So you don't have to think that you're charging everybody too much. They're helping you build the franchise. It's not going to work at $15 an hour.
Well, it's not working if
I
you
need-
want jet fuel,
Yeah.
right? It
Yeah, exactly,
works. It's
exactly.
working for you.
No, but the mission
But-
is to get more
Well,
facilities.
that's your mission in
Right.
life.
That's why we're looking for a mentor and a partner. We are hoping to find somebody that will help us to get the real estate in other areas.
This is totally my type of mission. It's just not my type of investment. I need you guys to get to 100 facilities and it needs to get there quickly for me to make my returns. Unfortunately, guys, I love this mission, but I'm going to have to be out on this one.
Next Ray Sean goes out, man. Shout out to Heather as well as Trevor, my Michigander. Oh man, my Michiganders, I love to hear that. Yeah, they're making money, $600,000 in revenue. Seems like 21% is, 500,000. I think is what Mr. Wonderful said that they're making. Now, $15, I'm kind of on Mr. Wonderful side. I think that is cheap, especially when you're talking about 2 hours. Now, I think they can do $30 an hour. And I think parents will still eat that up. And to the extent, as Mr. Wonderful talked about, they got 2 or 3 kids, you can offer a discount. They're still making money even at the $15 an hour. But from an investment standpoint, an investor standpoint, is that going to sound sexy to an investor? That's going to be the tough thing. But I agree with Mr. Wonderful. I think this is definitely going to work. I love it. You're essentially combining. And these days, when I was growing up, it's like the schools had their after school program. I have a daughter who I think I pay like 200 and something bucks, 200 and something bucks a month for after school care. And I think that's like an hour, 2 hour after school care. So again, this stuff is kind of becoming more privatized, where you have companies providing this after school care to students. And I would say that my daughter, as well as kind of her friends, would love something like this, where they do the work for an hour and then they can go play for another hour at this interactive facility. So kind of love what they're doing. It'll be interesting. Again, I can see Mr. Wonderful. He's interested, but not at that price point. Rayshawn, obviously he's out. Damien hasn't said anything. And then you have Laura and Barbara. So y'all pull it forward just because they are from the great state of Michigan. I love what they're doing. I think regardless of what happens here on Shark Tank, they will be good long term. But hopefully they can get a deal, man. Kind of leave it, come back to the state with a deal. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section as we get back to it and see if this fine couple gets a deal. Let's go.
I think there's something that need to be figured out for me to invest in it, but I think it's a brilliant idea. I love what you're doing, but it's not for me. I'm out.
I think you're doing everything right, but you need a strategic investor that will help you in this specific area. I wish you good luck, but I'm out.
In 17 years of Shark Tank history, I've never seen a deal with a larger moral dilemma than this one, because I know this is going to work, but every child deserves this opportunity. And the only way they're going to get it is if you can afford to build it.
So you partner with us.
Well,
Come on, Kevin.
No. Look,
Do it.
I mean, it's genius. It really is.
Come on, Kevin, do something
it's
for
Reward them with a
humanity.
check.
It's bad Kevin on this shoulder, good Kevin on this shoulder. And, I can hear them both in my ears. Let's do it, Big Daddy. Don't do that. Let's do it, Big
You
Daddy.
need to listen to the right one.
I know it's a tough one.
Uh-oh. $300,000, Kevin. TiVo action.
Trevor's after-school education facility, R1se, is brilliant, but he is concerned about their profitability.
It's a tough one. This is such an interesting situation. I mean, you guys are amazing. It's just, and what a phenomenal idea. But
No.
I can't do it. I'm out. You would understand my dilemma. I'm out. Yeah.
Come on, Barbara.
So Barbara, as you've heard, real estate is probably the big piece of the puzzle here. And to Kevin's point, we know we're onto something. And think about the generational impact that we could make if you guide us a little bit with real estate, a little bit with pricing.
I know real estate very well, but the only advice I would push you at is not to rent the real estate. I don't like the fact that your leases expire. I would encourage you to use the McDonald's model,
Yes.
which is they buy their own real estate.
Yep.
But how they are viable over all these years and continue to grow is because they own the ground under them. You can hire a manager, they don't charge a lot. I sit on the fence. I mean, I would like to help you because you're obviously wonderful people. The other hand, as an investment, it doesn't make much sense, I don't think.
Barbara,
Yeah.
I read your book. I know your story, and I know what you felt like going through school. And yes, we could grow slowly, do a few at a time. But what bothers me is how many sharks are out there that we may lose.
The worst thing that ever happened in my entire life was as a child being asked, now you'll have me crying, being asked to read out loud in front of the other kids when I would say, the. I was labeled stupid, put to the side. No one believed me. Thank God I had a good mother.
Yeah.
But if I had had a good teacher or a good anybody that maybe believed, it would have made all the difference. I know the importance of education, believe me. But how long would it take me to get my money back?
3 years, you'll have multiplied your money.
Okay, I'll give you $300,000 for 15% Plus, you promised to pay me back within 3 years. Is it a deal?
We would be fools to turn that down.
All right,
You have
great.
a deal.
Let's go.
Congrats, guys.
Congratulations. Good
My
job.
mom loves you, and if I would have came back without a deal from you,
I love
Thank
it.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What a great deal.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
disappoint Mom Dukes.
Did it. We did it.
Barbara is going to help us make wise choices on where we scale next. And just thinking about the number of kids and the communities that we're going to be able to impact, it is so exciting.
As people know, many of us sharks are dyslexic. I had the same problem Barbara had, but I just decided I'm not going to go to school because I don't want to sound stupid trying to read.
Barbara just did a 3-year loan with 15% of free equity. That's
Yes.
basically what you just did. Oh my goodness.
that's right.
Great deal.
It's a good deal.
Wow.
Good deal, Barb.
She definitely did a 3-year loan, get her money back, as well as get the equity. So, I mean, I agree with Rayshawn on that. Man, shouts out to Heather and Trevor. I'm going to try to reach out to them. Hopefully, they don't turn your boy down, man, knowing that we all Michiganders. So, like I said, I can't pull up the website because I didn't see a website for them. Trevor, Heather, please make sure you get that intellectual property protected to the extent that you have not. Again, you may have it, and I just didn't see it. It didn't come up when I tried to search it, but you may have it, and this is water under the bridge. Nonetheless, congratulations to you for getting a deal. Love what you're doing. Keep at it. And I love the husband and wife thing because you guys are both in it. And this obviously has a greater piece to it as far as kind of educating the next generation. So shouts out to them. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.